Hello everyone, Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street videos. Let's get into this first one. EWT, Energy Web Foundation, one of our favorite projects here on the channel. This is one I've been following so closely for such a long time, along with the likes of Power Ledger as well. But for Energy Web Foundation, this is one we do a lot of dot connecting towards the likes of the World Economic Forum and towards the Agenda 30 programs, amongst many other things. Big adoption through the European Commission as an example. But for sure, in my opinion, Energy Web Foundation is going to be an absolute giant when it comes to the energy sector relating to Web 3.0 and blockchain technology. So first of all, guys, before we go into the chart, just a couple of top line bits of information here. We have this really cool thing starting in 19 hours, 43 minutes as of recording. Decentralized solutions for the energy sector, March 22nd, 6:30 to 7:30 CET, Central Eastern Time, I think that is. This is really cool. So we'll go into a bit about Polkadot in a second. This is very much about the relay chain. Just launched for the new staking pool for Energy Web. We were involved in the previous pool, which is still ongoing, by the way. I think some point in April it stops, or at least that APY that we've got from before stops. So good results coming out of that one. I'll show you quickly the next one as well. And you know, if you do want a video on how to stake Energy Web on either of the platforms, do let us know. We'll for sure follow that up with a video in the next couple of days. But yeah, looking forward to this, guys. This is going to be really interesting. Some big names here from different companies. Obviously 50 Hertz, quite big within the energy sector as well. Stellan, I'm not quite sure who they are, but I'm going to be doing my research tonight for sure. And we have Jesse Morris from Energy Web Foundation, EWF, and Parity Technologies, really cool. Phil Luxog. So really interested to see how that plays out. I'm looking forward to listening in. It's a good hour of my time to research, listen, ask some questions, hopefully get some good answers. We'll see how it goes, but very cool, and especially with the relation with Polkadot as well. And finally, before we go into the charts, the new staking pool, Stake Your Energy Web token, 21% has been filled already. I will be loading mine up tonight. I've been purchasing EWT left, right, and center the last month or so at the stupid low prices of around $4 or $5. We'll go into a bit more detail on that in a second. But yes, the staking pool is operated by Energy Web on behalf of the Energy Web Community Fund. EWDOS, very powerful technology stacking right now. Looking forward to the continuation and development of that platform. But also we got here in relation to the relay aspect, which is really cool as well, interlacing with Polkadot. I'm sure we'll hear a bit more about that tomorrow as well. But this is what we're talking about. If you remember a few videos back, when we last discussed Energy Web, about DID technology, so decentralized identifiers technology. This is like basically the identity aspect of anyone, and pretty much actually any asset that you use as well. And it was a project led with Vodafone with 5G technology and Web 3.0 within existing EV vehicles, and the way that we are going to be transacting and moving around the roads of the nation, utilizing this automated system of payments and transportation. And that was just the energy factor and the energy electrical components to EV solutions. This is endless, really, when it comes to energy sector. We do talk about with Power Ledger, and this is similar with Energy Web, of course, the way the world will be going in regards to transactions and being a prosumer, if you like, of your energy that you accumulate through solar or wind, through your own property, to then distribute that to others, not just locally but around the world as well, using essentially an equivalent of carbon assets, carbon brokering essentially, but in a more efficient and costly manner, and certainly speed as well with these kind of crazy speed technologies that blockchain provides. So do go check this out. We'll do a video on this if you need one for how to do this, but generally speaking, you can follow the instructions via Energy Web. Doesn't, for me personally, need the EWT network on your MetaMask, and just getting the address to put your EWT from whatever exchange you're using across to there, and then you can simply put this into it. So if you do want a video on staking, do let us know. Of course, we're running out maybe of time. This is going up quite fast. The other one, the other staking pool has actually reduced slightly, but one thing's for sure is these become very, very popular. So I want to get that in there because the staking expiration date is the 18th of December. So I do want to get in there. Very healthy 10% roughly estimated APY of 10%. I don't think it's quite as high as the other pool, but the other pool, like I said, ends in April, and I'm sure they'll remove the old one and put this one as the chief one. I have to see how that goes. But yeah, very, very good to be able to obtain some staking reward mechanisms, as well as helping the system, of course, with your EWT. So do get involved. Let's jump into the chart, guys. Let me find the button. There we go. Here we go. Do also, guys, make sure, if you haven't done so already, that you smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. We do cover a multitude of different projects. If there's not one that we are covering for you, do let us know, and we for sure always try and add as many as we can when we can. Been a bit lapse on videos, as you know, last couple of months. Work is crazy, guys. First of all, massive positive point here. 32% up on these from these lower regions back here at the beginning of March. What did I say back here? I said it was a ridiculous price to be at. Certainly something that I was trying to accumulate. Unfortunately, missed the really low regions of these like $4 ones, but I've been accumulating $4.5, $5 marks for a while now. It's nice to see a tail up. This is definitely probably going to be around the influence of the staking aspect. This might tail off after a bit of time. We might see a bit of a conclusion of that over the next couple of days as people finish their rush for that. We might start testing potentially back down at these 550 marks. I'm not buying any more EWT right now. We're on a nice little run here. It'd be silly for me to do that. It's, arguably, yes, we could fly back up to the next fib retracement levels, but we appear to hit the barrier here around this $6 mark, as you can see on the right hand side as well. Next phase up really would be trying to test this 630 to 650 mark. Very interesting. I won't be taking profits on that mark because it's really not even double from where I've been buying down here. We need to see a bit more significant movement for me to get relatively excited. But one thing's good about that staking pool is you can remove them whenever you want, just for a very small fee. So don't think you have to get it stuck in there for that long period of time to December. You can actually take it out whenever. But yeah, very interesting. I do anticipate, like I said, maybe a bit of support searching around this sort of 580 mark, perhaps eventually in the coming days. But yeah, for me, again, I will need to try and put some buy orders back down here at the lower regions of $5. I'm not saying it'll definitely come back to those levels, but I can only make the assumptions based on previous what happened with, I think it was around here actually, when the staking pool opened originally. We had that big tail up and we had that big pull down because it just wasn't ready. We're in a downward trend anyway. So yeah, that's my anticipation. I do think that we will probably come back down to these levels, and I will definitely snap some more up at those $5 regions. You could argue, what's the dollar's worth? Well, actually it does. When you put good amounts in, that dollar, 5 times over is called 1 EWT. That's how you look at it. So yeah, good positivity, 32% up on pretty much a week's worth, I think, of data there. Nice buy movements, as we said, probably around the staking. It's still not green on the 3 months, but it is reducing, and lovely to see finally the 1 month and the weekly on a green. That's a great green to have for the weekly. So hopefully that continues. I know even if we do have a bit of a pullback, these should hopefully be relatively stable on the 1 month and certainly green still on the weekly. The rest of the indicators here are still got a bit more work to do. But yes, let's just take a look at this intake here and confirm what we're looking at. So I don't know why it always does this. Put that down there. You go there, and then you go up here. No, that's not gonna let me, is it? There we go. MACD bounced off here, 14th of March. Very nice movement upwards. Like I said, I do think there'll be a bit of a pullback. This is quite a significant widening gap of the MACD here. We've seen that before, and it does drag itself back down. And what happens sometimes if you have too much on overpurchase, you do get a switch over into a bit of a bear mode. Not massively, didn't last very long, only literally a week if that, and then we pulled itself back up again. So do be wary. If you were thinking, oh, I wish I did get into EWT, but maybe now it's not good, do start putting, maybe there's not financial advice obviously, but from my personal experience and opinion, like I said, for me, what I'm doing is putting some buy orders in these lower regions, see if we can snap them up if there is a pullback. But yeah, it may just be a couple more days, because people will definitely probably want to get involved in the staking. It's a good APY. That's an incredible project, more importantly. Other things here, the RSI, I mean, look at this, especially on the 14-day. Look at this. Literally pretty much a month ago, down here in the lower regions of 30. Again, I was buying these lower areas still under the 40 mark, still fantastic. We've shot straight up to this middle ground. That's why I do believe we'll have a bit more stabilization over these few days to come, because that'll be an interesting pattern that we need to start kind of not necessarily winding down, but being a bit more stable for us to then take it up to another levels as the months go by. Saying that, the 28 days looking strong as well, 52. So yeah, 64 actually on the 14 days. Sorry, I didn't really see that high. For some reason I'm looking at the wrong side. Yeah, 64. Wow. Okay, that's very nearly upon a 70 touch point. So actually, it's not far off, guys. Really, the ones I've been buying at the beginning of February. But yeah, certainly the ones I've bought in the last few weeks around that sort of $4 or $5 mark. Yeah, it's not far off. Only a couple of dollars away from being double. So we'll have to see about that. I might take some initial profits there if I don't put them all in staking, that is. But yeah, we're on an uptake, guys. So yeah, do just bear in mind that we might have a bit of a pullback, as we just said. So that's what I'm going to be doing. In fact, I'm going to draw it in there as a reference point for the next video. I'm looking roughly, probably back down at this fib level around 574 is probably going to be my top end. And then I'm probably going to be cheeky and look around, maybe just around here, 527 roughly. They're the blue markers there. That's where I'm putting my 2 buy orders in. I might put one in the middle actually, just in case. But I'll certainly dollar cost average that down as well. But who knows? We might even get support of this $6 and pull ourselves back up. There is talk, everyone, about an altcoin season coming. I think people tend to just jump on the bandwagon because they see a load of green in a row and they start feeling confident. We'll have to see how that plays out, but we would indeed welcome that for sure, and some good profit taking opportunities as well. But that pretty much wraps up EWT's video today. Do let us know in the comments below, like I said, if you want a staking video for that. And let us know if you are holding EWT, what have you been doing the last few weeks with yours? Are you staking? Are you excited about this big run up we've had? Because 32%, guys, to be fair, in the market that we've had the last month or so, that is really bullish in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. We will indeed see you in the next EWT Energy Web video. Bye-bye.